downstairs. He killed my brother, the neighbor. He killed my brother and my dad.
The loss still doesn't feel real.
I think that I'm dreaming. Killing my husband in front of my 10-year-old.
The pools of blood outside Marie DeLille's fourth-floor apartment in the Flatbush Gardens complex in East Flatbush. A constant reminder of the horror Sunday night.
My son is a good boy. Good boy. My husband is a good guy. He's not violent. My husband have no gun, no weapon. Why would you bring your gun to shoot my family? Why would you bring your gun to tear my family apart?
After a 3-day manhunt, the man allegedly responsible for the unaliving of a father and son duo will finally be taken down. Law enforcement said the suspect, 47-year-old Jason Pass, was caught on video committing the heinous crime against the father and son. The video of the incident was at a Brooklyn apartment complex in East Flatbush, New York. What was caught on camera was very graphic, to say the least, and it tells the story of a disgruntled neighbor who lost it after years of back and forth noise complaints. It was a Sunday night in Brooklyn apartment building 1418 on Brooklyn Avenue. A mother would be in the kitchen just doing the dishes and putting the dishes away. While she was emptying the sink, she heard a bang, 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 she said, on the floor. It was the downstairs neighbor. She would ask her kids if anyone had made any noise, and all the kids responded no. This was all around 10:30 p.m. This is when her husband, 47-year-old Vladimir Murd3ring, would then bang back on the floor. At this point, it was said that neighbor who banged on the floor would come upstairs and kick the door of their home. This is when the video shows Vladimir and his wife coming out and going back and forth with Jason. 2 of their children also came into the hallway during this confrontation. You can't hear what is being said, but you can see that it's intense. Vladimir walks up on Jason with a pair of scissors, and Marie pulls him back, but Vladimir pulls away from her to continue the argument. That's when things take a tragic turn. Jason would then pull out a gun, and it looks as if Vladimir was telling his wife to get back in the house when boom, 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 9 times right before Marie and their daughter ran back into the apartment. He would shoot Vladimir first, and then it looked like the son, 27-year-old Chinwe Mad, was trying to run, and he shot him multiple times. Jason is then seen going back up to Vladimir and shooting him 1 time in the back while he was already down on the ground. The video then shows Jason looking over the scene, then nonchalantly walking to the elevator, waiting for it to open, and then fleeing the scene. Once law enforcement arrived, they found 9 shell casings and several bullet fragments in the hallway. They also found multiple gun wounds in Vladimir and Chinwe's bodies. Marie told cops that her husband and Jason had been going back and forth in a year-long dispute about noise, according to the news. The NYPD will report that 6 previous 311 calls regarding noise complaints had been placed by Jason in the past. Sadly, that day, not only did Marie, but her 10-year-old daughter also witnessed the hit on her father and brother. Now, this child will forever be traumatized. No one, let alone a kid, should ever have to experience this type of tragedy. No one has patience anymore, and it just seems guns are the go-to for any and everything. According to news reports, Vladimir was the sole provider for his family, and he worked 2 jobs, one as a school bus driver during the day and an Uber driver at night to support his family. This is definitely a big hole left in this family, who are from Haiti. To have left the country to have a better life, just to lose your life is sad. New York City officers then were in search of Jason for 3 days before finding him on Wednesday, November 1st. He was hiding inside of a car in the Bath Beach neighborhood in Brooklyn. That's just southwest of East Flatbush. According to the police, they found a black Honda CR-V, and Jason was inside of it, and that was Wednesday morning. They used a license plate reader to locate Jason in that vehicle. Officers would arrive on scene, and the police would call in a negotiator while they tried to talk to Jason to have him surrender. As officers exited the police car, they walked him to the car he was in, and then he jumped out the car with a knife in his hand and took off running. Police then began chasing Jason down the Bay 44th Street and Harway Avenue when they reportedly tried to talk with him again. This lasted about 15 minutes. They had dialogue back and forth, doing everything they could to have Jason drop the knife. However, it was alleged that he decided to charge at the officer, which forced them to protect themselves. Jason was shot 4 times, 3 times in the chest and 1 time in the leg. Jason was still breathing after he was shot and was taken to a nearby hospital where he later passed away.
They gave him plenty of chances.
And police right now are obtaining a search warrant for this vehicle as they try to get their hands on that weapon, that gun that was used in the double murder. The vehicle being processed as evidence. Police say that Pass did not have a licensed firearm. He was fired from his job as a state corrections officer for menacing another coworker and has a robbery in his criminal past.
Kids make noise all the time. It doesn't dictate for someone to come up with a firearm.
We knocked on the suspect's door. A woman refused to comment. Assemblywoman Monique Chandler-Waterman helped the grieving family.
My job, I look at, is supporting the whole entire family and the community and providing wraparound services on what's needed. When something like this happened, it traumatized the family.
The family now holding on to memory.
A crazy ending to a terrible story. Coping with grief is never easy, and I hope that Marie and her children have the support system here in the U.S. because they're going to need all the help that they can get right now. This tragedy mirrors a story of Jeffrey Spade, a neighbor who shot and unalived his neighbors in Plains Township, Pennsylvania in 2021 over a snow removal dispute. The husband and wife died, and Jeffrey then took his own life before police could get him. What Jeffrey did to the neighbors was all caught on video surveillance as well. Just crazy. Please, people, be safe and try not to make decisions in the heat of the moment. However, I know it's not always that easy. My deepest condolences are to this family who lost a father, a brother, a husband, a son, and much more. So please comment your thoughts in this situation and your prayers for this family in this difficult time. And don't forget to hit that like button to share to make your people aware. And as always, remember, stay woke. Things change quickly.